Yo guys, what's up? Back with another video, and today I'm going to be predicting Georgia's 2026 football schedule. Let's get into it. Alright, so we know it's a cupcake. Let's go. Cupcake once again. Come on. Alright, so Arkansas lost all their offensive firepower. They didn't have a defense last season, so losing the offense doesn't help them at all. It's going to be a blowout. You give me Georgia by 30 plus. All right, so the only thing I can really say will keep Oklahoma in this game is their defense. I don't think John Mateer is that great of a quarterback, even when healthy. I mean, there was multiple picks left on the field by teams. Even analysts said it. Big-time sports media said it. Even before the thumb injury, picks were left on the field by defenders. I think that Georgia is going to, sustain drives and keep it a low-scoring game. Waste clock, kind of like they did with Alabama. They knew they didn't have an offense. Took 3-minute, 4-minute drives, every time, 5 minutes. Just kept wasting the clock and moving the ball slowly down the field. And they're going to beat them with 20-something points. If you watched my Alabama prediction, I said that I think Vanderbilt is going to be a decent team, just not good enough. They'd be one of them good teams, maybe Big 12, if they were in the Big 12 or ACC, they go 10-2, 9-3, you know what I mean? But no, they got unlucky, hard schedule in the SEC. Give me Georgia by a blowout, but I don't think Vandy is going to be bad, All right, so if you look at the SEC championship last year, they beat Alabama 28-7. Alabama was injured. Now all those starters that were injured are gone. Now the backups are in Keelan Russell or Austin Mack. New offensive line. It was trash last season. Really couldn't get much worse. Running backs, about the same, really. The only thing is we lost Jam Miller, who didn't do much anyway. He was injured most of the season. And I think Georgia's kind of going to do the same thing. Slow drives, like I said, with Oklahoma, but like they did with Alabama last season. Slow drives, send blitzes, a lot of pressure, confuse the quarterback. You know what I mean? A lot of blitzes. They're going to send 7. They're going to send everybody. You know what I mean? And it's going to, disrupt the quarterback. They're going to get through really fast, and I think Georgia will win. Now, I did have it 38-14, and then I changed it. I was like, hey, you know what? Auburn held them to 20 last season. You know what I mean? It easily could have been less. Why would they get 38 on basically the same, level of defense or talent on defense? So I put them 28-14. I just don't think Auburn's offense is going to be good enough to really get more than Georgia, honestly. Byron Brown, yes, he's not bad, but he was in the sorry and sucky AAC. He was playing terrible teams, inferior competition. Every time he played a better opponent with a good defense, he choked. He couldn't do anything. Threw picks. Only one he actually beat was Florida, and he still only put up 18 points. That's nothing. He's not going to beat Georgia. He's not going to beat Alabama. All right, so this game, I think that Georgia being at home is a big advantage for them this game because Florida will be very improved next season. They could have been a lot better last season if DJ Lagway was just anything like he was in 2024. He was terrible. I think he led the nation in interceptions. Yeah, he did. He had 15 of them, 5 coming in one game against LSU. He was just awful last season. But, I don't even know who their quarterback is, honestly. I looked at them, but I don't know them. It's not a name I remember. But they have a good receiver room, good running back room. I'm not sure about offensive line. I don't know about anybody's offensive line other than a few big-name teams. But, I'm just not that familiar with offensive lines in college football. I'm more of a skill type guy. That's who I remember. But, I'll remember a big-time offensive line. But, whatever, it's fine. But, yeah, I'm taking Georgia for this, 31-16. But Florida I think they'll be pretty decent. The last last two games have been shootouts. Why wouldn't it be a shootout again? But it's a possibility it isn't. But I mean, just from recency bias and roster wise, I'm gonna pick a shootout again, or a mini shootout. It's not a crazy like 55-48. It's just 41-34. It's a mini shootout. But I think Georgia can pull this out. It's kind of a toss up, but I don't know. Georgia honestly could win by double digits in here because Lane Kiffin is gone. It's Pete Golding as head coach. We really have to wait until we actually see Ole Miss play in the regular season before I can predict a lot of things because, it's hard to predict a new head coach. We saw Lane Kiffin's team last year with, a lot of different players. The rosters changed a little bit. Lost a few players, so I honestly don't know until the season starts, but I'm going to take Georgia. It's a smart move. Alright, so I don't think Missouri can beat Georgia at Georgia, especially. So, give me Georgia 34-24 by 10. Ahmad Hardy, I'm expecting him to be back and at least 85% by this game. It'll be like game 10, right? Or 11, I don't even know, but I feel like he can be about fully healthy by this game. Austin Simmons, decent quarterback. I don't think he's outstanding, some kind of great quarterback, because if you look at him last year when he was the starter for Ole Miss before he got injured, he wasn't like Heisman type quarterback. He was just decent, good enough, but he didn't really stand out. So I don't think Missouri's going to really be a contender this year. But, they could be like a decent team. 8-4 is a possibility, but I don't think they'll be 9-3 or better. All right, so for this game, I did have it Georgia 37, South Carolina 17. I had it mini blowout by 20 points. And then I'm like, nah, it's at South Carolina. Dylan Stewart, Lenora Sellers, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. They kept it competitive with Alabama, other teams. I can't really think of it. Missouri, I guess. They weren't as good, but you know what I mean. This is competitive, but not like, oh, they almost upset y'all. This is 30-20, you know what I mean? Like, Missouri beat them by 9 last year. It's still a 2-possession game. It's an in-hand game, but it's not out-of-reach type game, if you know what I'm saying. 30-20, that sounds about right. Give me Georgia. Alright, so for this game, it really depends on Georgia Tech's quarterback play and their defense, especially. Running back play, I'm really not worried at all for Georgia. Quarterback play, we don't know what we're going to get out of Alberto Mendoza. He is a Mendoza, but it doesn't mean he's his brother. You know what I mean? He's shorter than his brother. He's a whole different build than his brother. He don't even look the same, you know what I mean? So this guy could be garbage. I mean, I think he was a 3-star, 2 or 3. I think 3, yeah. But, it's not terrible, but, I don't think that's good enough. I think it's just, it's decent, but it's not like you're going to start at a powerhouse. You're going to start at a Georgia Tech like he is now. But I don't think he's good enough to really beat Georgia, but I think that he's good enough to, be a game manager for Georgia Tech, and they're going to be a run-heavy offense again under Justice Haynes and whoever that other guy is. What's his name? But, I think Georgia Tech is a sleeper playoff team. I got to look at their schedule again, and then I'll predict that eventually. But I think they will probably be a playoff team, and Justice Haynes will sneak into the Heisman race. Mark my words for it. But I got Georgia going 12-0, 9-0 in conference play, going to the SEC championship as a 1 seed.